Hello, I'm Jim Schwelk, and welcome back to Amplified Treasures, a channel dedicated to all types of music gear. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the newish, Epiphone Les Paul Custom Widow Series. In this incredible dark purple finish, and to my right, this deep red finish. But before we get into the episode, I want to take time and thank everyone for their patience. I have filmed this episode seriously 3 times now. First 2 times, I had major technical issues. Then with the fact that I was traveling the last 2 weeks of the Metallica North American tour, the delay in getting this out to you was much longer than expected. Again, I'm really sorry about that. But now, let's dive into it. The Widow series has been around for a long time in the Gibson Les Paul world, but it came with a price tag of around $8,000. However, a couple months ago, they released 4 Widow colors to the Epiphone line for the first time ever. And these have a retail tag of $800. Now that's a huge difference, right? Now some will say it's an Epiphone, so the quality isn't the same, and that's why it's so cheap compared to the Gibson. While that is 100% true, there are huge differences between the Gibson and the Epiphone line. It's still a great built guitar, and it's super exciting to see the Widows come to Epiphone. The Widow series is a Guitar Center exclusive. Well, at least for now. And from the information I've been gathering, is that each Guitar Center only received 1 in each color. So they're very limited. This could change in the future depending on demand, but for now, that's what I've been told, that each store was sent 1 of each color. So like I previously said, they released 4 colors to this line. Purple, red to my right, orange, and indigo. Of course, if you know anything about me, you know that I love purple. So as soon as this one hit the website, I was on it, ordered it, and I selected store pickup. I wanted to pick it up myself instead of shipping this time because, for one, my local Guitar Center is close enough, but more importantly, I wanted to see the other colors in person. I'll throw some pictures up right here of each of them from Guitar Center's website. I kind of figured I would end up coming home with more than the purple, but I wasn't committed enough with the pictures online when I saw them. When I got to the store and was checking out the purple one to make sure it was good, no scratches, no dents, no dings, I was staring at the other colors. I really wanted the indigo to be the one in person that I wanted, but it wasn't very blue to me. In my opinion, it's more green, aqua, kind of tealish. More so than blue. So it wasn't really doing it for me. You'll see in the pictures, you can kind of tell. Next, the orange one was really nice, but for some reason it wasn't calling me either. But the red, this red one was yelling at me to take it home. And as you can tell from it sitting right here, I ended up buying it as well. So what is the difference between a normal Les Paul Custom and a Widow Les Paul Custom? The Widow series comes with color match double binding on the body, color matched on the neck, and a color matched logo and the custom diamond. There's not a lot of differences, but man, it looks killer. These guitars did not come the way you see them now. I know I already showed the stock images from the website, but I'm also going to put up some pictures of these ones specific. They came with all chrome hardware, which for such a really dark guitar and dark color just doesn't do it for me. Now, at least these came with chrome. Unlike the Gibson ones that I've seen, a lot of them come with gold hardware, and I am not a fan of gold hardware for sure. Only on certain models of guitar like the JH3 right here, or maybe the Iron Cross. So like I said, I'm not a fan of gold hardware for sure. Maybe I could get away with it on a gloss black snakebite, but still. I changed all the hardware out for black. I blacked it out, and I think that's how these should have come. So Gibson, Epiphone, if you're listening, this is how they should come. Since they didn't come this way, let's talk stock specs first. They come with a form-fit hybrid case. It's a mix between a hard shell case and a gig bag, which is surprisingly pretty nice quality. They are flamed maple, color matched 7-ply top on a mahogany body. Okay, super heavy. The neck, they say, is a medium C mahogany neck with an ebony fingerboard, and of course the custom block inlays. They come with a lock tone Rotomatic bridge and tailpiece, Graph Tech nut, Grover Rotomatic tuners, and they came with Epiphone Pro Bucker custom pickups. And now that you know what they used to be, let's talk about what they are now. As I've stated, and as you can see, I took all the chrome parts off, blacked it out. Both guitars, the purple and the red, now have Tone Pro locking bridge and tailpiece. I really like the Tone Pro locking pieces over others because it just makes it so much faster to do string changes and setups. Locking the tailpiece, you don't have to worry about it falling off the posts when you're doing string changes, scratching or chipping the finish. The locking bridge makes it really nice to set the action once. When you get your action set, you don't have to worry about hitting the knobs when cleaning the guitar. Of course, if you change the string gauges or tunings, you might have to unlock these, make some adjustments, but at least you have a starting point already set for you. Next, I replaced the tuners with Grover 502 BC Roto Grip locking tuners. I think non-locking tuners should be illegal. I know I've said that before. They just speed up the string changes. It makes it easier. It helps the string stay in tune, in my opinion. Even on guitars with Floyds, locking tuners just make it simpler and faster. Again, my opinion, at least for me. The nice thing about the Grover 502 BCs, the BC is for black chrome, is they're drop-in replacements. So you don't have to worry about new screw holes on the back, which isn't a huge deal to me. But anytime you can avoid putting extra holes in the guitar, the better. Not only for looks, but let's say you want to sell it one day and you keep all of your extra parts, or you want to keep all your extra parts. Go back to stock. Now you don't have extra holes showing. I also replaced, of course, the jack plate with a Gibson metal black version. And last, I took off the stock poker chip and made my own. It's color matched. The engraving, well, it's color matched the best I could find. This purple one, I used a purple paint pen and colored in the white part of the truss rod, as you can see. Not the truss, oh yeah, sorry. On the truss rod cover and on the pick guard. I know the purples don't match very well. I will redo them sometime in the future. And while we're on this one, I removed the stock pickups and replaced them with Fishman Will Adler signature set. These pickups are active pickups, and even though there's not a dedicated space for a battery back here, in Les Pauls, there's so much room due to the thickness of the body and the cavity control that the battery fits fine. So you can stick a battery back there easily. Normally, I run 24 volts on all of my active pickups. But with these Fishmans, I'm just running a standard 9 volt. Unlike EMGs, where there are spec sheets about the difference and documents supporting 18 or 24 volt, Fishmans have come out and said they don't recommend it. They do support 18 and 24, so if you wanted to, you could. But they state that they are designed to run 9 volts, and they recommend that you stay at 9. So I did. The reason I wanted to run Fishmans is I wanted something different. I have so many guitars with EMGs and headsets, as well as some KH bone breakers, that I wanted something different, a different tone. These pickups sound amazing, and they have a heavy punch. They're very clear, but man, they are heavy, heavy tones. So why don't we take a little minute and let's hear a little bit from it, shall we? Sorry about that, little screw up there. But so as you can see and hear, these sound great. I'm super happy with them and the way this guitar looks now. And again, Gibson, Epiphone, if you're listening, of course not with the Fishmans, but this is how these should have been released. All black. So let's set this one right down here. And let's move on to the Red Widow. All right, here's the Red Widow. All the same parts as the purple. The 502 BC tuners, the bridge, the tailpiece, and so on. The difference here, and probably very easy to spot, is I replaced the pick guard with one from WD Music that came black and red. The red color matches better than the paint pen I had. So I went with that. Unfortunately, they didn't sell a good looking purple one. I also wanted something different and wanted to keep one of these guitars with passive pickups. So I went with a set of Seymour Duncan Black Winter passive pickups in red, black, zebra pattern, as they call it. I was going to get all black pickups, and when researching passive pickups and the options, I came across these. And after seeing them black and red and seeing how close the reds are, might be hard to see in here, but the reds match, my mind was made up. For passive pickups, these really pack a punch as well, that I wasn't really expecting. So let's hear some of this. Neck pickup. And now both. Sorry about that. As you can hear, they really do sound good. For reference, both of these guitars are tuned to E flat. Normally this red one is tuned to E flat and the purple is tuned to E. But for comparison, I wanted them both in the same tunings and wanted to play the same riffs, so you get a good comparison. Also, I am running through my Fractal Axe FX3 Mark II Turbo, and I'm using a built-in preset called Chug Nuts straight into my Blackmagic console. So what you are hearing for both of these guitars are exactly the same, using a built-in preset that I haven't fine-tuned anything for either one of these guitars. So everything is just straight. I think these upgrades are really nice and definitely make the guitars stand out more when you compare what they were like to what they are now. The deep black, the deep red and the purple, just they look amazing. And you know, let me know what you think of the Widow series. Let me know in the comments, and I'll add some links to them as well in the description. I really hope you liked this dive into the Widow Epiphones and enjoyed the video. I know I don't like doing this, but please like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff to help the channel. Tell all your friends to watch and subscribe so we can grow the channel some more. Again, thank you for watching this episode of Amplified Treasures, and please come back for the next one. Keep on rocking.